as a queer person of color in New York City, I believe it is so important to bring people together, as so many of us face countless attacks on our identity under the current administration. My interest in politics and advocacy began with Columbia University's Empowering Youth in Politics program, which I attended during my freshman year. And the graduate students taught me what I needed to know about the various branches of government, enough to understand how politics and elections work in our country. At the end of that program, I presented a project on gun control to Barnard professors, specifically calling for a change to the Stand Your Ground law in Florida, which allows defendants to use force without retreating. That law was determined to be unconstitutional in July of 2017, yes, that's something we're celebrating. And I feel like my project maybe had a little bit to help contribute to that decision. Since then, I've been involved in several other programs with various organizations to keep myself engaged in what's happening in the city and around our country. One of those has been an NYCLU's Teen Activist Project, which I've been at for 2 years. TAP began as the Teen Health Initiative in 1997 with the mission of removing barriers that stop young people from accessing healthcare services and information, and today has expanded to work on a wide range of NYCLU advocacy issues, including the health initiative. And TAP is made up of a core of 25 high school students. We all come from all 5 boroughs and represent diverse and intersecting identities within New York. Each one of us is trained on issues like minors' rights to confidential health care, immigration and ICE, LGBTQ+ rights in school, and hopefully ending the school to prison pipeline. Yes, another one. We facilitate workshops around these issues to schools around New York City, speak at New York City Council hearings, and lobby in Albany to ensure that our voices are being heard. Last year, I had the opportunity to speak about the problems with New York's current human rights law in public schools in Albany for NYCLU's Day of Action. What started as a smaller youth program in the city has since grown and provides over 100 young people in New York City with the opportunity to mobilize around social justice. I find power in my participation. In addition to being part of TAP program, I became the leader of my school's Gender and Sexuality Alliance this year. I took part in YW's FemSem program on intersectional feminism. I participated in the Parkland shooting walkout on March 14th, which was documented on NYCLU's Instagram story. Yesterday, I helped mobilize Labs GSA and Stop Slut Shaming clubs for the March for Our Lives. By continuously and unapologetically being involved in organizing opportunities for youth action, I feel that I am proving that the future is worth investing in. When Trump was inaugurated, so many people decided that the only option was to leave the states. Everywhere I turned, people were making backup plans to flee to family and friends from other countries. And actually, I responded in the opposite way. January 20th proved to me that I was going to stay here. I am not going to leave the millions that do not have the privilege of having a backup plan, and I refuse to accept that it is over. More change is yet to come, and my generation will rise through this rift, and we will bring about a new age. And when I turn 18 in 4 days, you already know the first thing I'm gonna do is register to vote. The first step towards creating change is showing up. If you want, you can bring other people with you, but you don't have to. After the Pulse shootings, I attended willing participants meeting on organizing a public performance in response. The name of their community is exactly what it means to make a change. Be a willing participant. Committing yourself to be part of the head count is worth something. There are power in numbers. If you never show up, you'll never be there to listen. So show up, bring yourself like you brought yourself here today. Really listen to what people are saying. Say that you're attending on the Facebook page. Use the hashtag. Tag yourself on Instagram. Post a 280-character statement. Then engage. Apply yourself. Sure, I'm physically present in weekly meetings with the NYCLU, but I also take what I learn and I spread it. I take stacks of Know Your Rights pamphlets to my school and distribute them in classrooms. I help make foldable zines to distribute around the city. I follow so many queer artists on social media. I use the opportunities I am given to sometimes pass the mic to people who are underrepresented. Why engage? Because of yesterday. The turnout was thousands more than expected. Emma Gonzalez spoke out, said her experience in Parkland should be the last experience, and that's why yesterday happened. For every issue that you're passionate about, there's a chance for global movement. Our country is full of people with big hearts. We have wonderful organizations who are doing good work. Even small groups can do big things. If you have an interest, you can find a place and a way to contribute. Being someone who actively participates in our modern world is not so hard. You do not have to be an organizer or the founder to make a difference. Dismantle the idea that only adults are the experts. Youth are knowledge creators and are often the closest to the problem. The first step towards change is showing up, and from there, you really can go anywhere. Thank you, Public Theater, Civic Salon.